Will had said on his Twitter account that the T2 game was his last with the T2 team. Is he ready to go with you guys?
We'll see. I don't know if it's his last. We'll see. Obviously, I hope it's his last. I hope he's ready for us. He recovered really well this week. If you remember, a couple weeks ago, he played in 90 minutes, and he was really sore he couldn't train the next week. So we were really interested to see how he'd recover from this 90-minute game. He looked a little bit better in the game. He covered more ground. He was more active. So he definitely made steps forward. And then in the recovery as well, he was able to do a little bit more in training today. So we'll see how he continues to recover, and then we'll make a decision based on do we travel him, bring him off the bench, do we start him. We do have 3 games in 8 days as well, so there's some opportunities to use him in these 3 games, but only if he's ready.
Did you see the DC? You mentioned last week that the DC game might be a game you'd look at. Do you think it's more likely we'd see him in DC than in Toronto?
Most likely. Yeah, I mean, if you're looking at the 3 games, the DC game is a game where you have to think about some rotation. I mean, we're not going to put out a reserve team, but we feel like in a few positions we've got a couple players that are very similar in what they bring and the level they bring. So it would make sense to rotate possibly in a few positions. So we'll prepare for Toronto. We'll have our eye on DC and Colorado as well. We'll have somewhat of a plan of how we're going to approach the 3, but we also have to look at the last game and evaluate where guys are at physically, what we saw in that game, and then also always tactically look at the next opponent and what makes sense. But we've got somewhat of a plan for the 3, but we're going to have to take it one at a time as well.